The Deep Space Research Station Relic IX hung silently in the void, orbiting a rogue planet shrouded in perpetual darkness. Officially, it was a joint project to study the planet's unique gravitational anomalies. Unofficially, it was the most secretive endeavor humanity had ever undertaken. The crew, a select group of scientists, engineers, and military personnel, operated under strict protocols, their mission buried under layers of classified directives. Dr. Tessa Arlen, a xenobiologist with a penchant for breaking rules, stared at the holographic display in her lab. The latest scans from the planet's surface filled the screen, showing vast chasms and peculiar geometric structures, unnatural in their precision. "Doctor," came the calm voice of Commander Elias Vren over the comm. "Report to the observation deck. We've detected movement on the surface." Tessa frowned. Movement. The planet had shown no signs of life for months. She grabbed her datapad and hurried through the station's dimly lit corridors, her footsteps echoing in the sterile silence. When she arrived, the observation deck was abuzz with activity. Commander Vren stood at the center, his tall frame imposing even among the chaos. His piercing gray eyes met hers, and he motioned her over. "Tessa, take a look," he said, gesturing toward the main display. The image showed a massive fissure on the planet's surface, its edges glowing faintly with an eerie green light. The fissure wasn't just glowing, it was expanding, like a wound tearing open. "Is it geological?" Tessa asked, leaning closer. "Doubtful," Vren replied. "The pattern is too deliberate. We've seen similar anomalies in the structures below, but nothing this active." "Commander," a technician called out. "We've picked up an energy surge." "No, wait. Multiple surges. They're originating from the fissure and spreading outward." As if on cue, the station's lights flickered. A low hum reverberated through the walls, sending a collective shiver through the crew. Tessa's stomach tightened. Something was waking up. "What's causing that?" she asked. Vren's expression darkened. "We don't know. That's what worries me." Before anyone could respond, the holographic display flickered. The image of the fissure dissolved into static, replaced by cascading symbols in an unrecognizable script. The room fell silent as the alien glyphs rearranged themselves, forming an intricate spiral. "Is that communication?" Tessa whispered. "Or a warning?" Vren said grimly. "Trace the signal." The technician's hands flew across the console. "It's not coming from the fissure, Commander, it's originating from within the station." The tension in the room snapped like a taut wire. Vren straightened, his voice sharp. "Lock down all sectors. No one moves without clearance." Before his orders could be fully relayed, a deafening screech erupted from the speakers, forcing everyone to cover their ears. The sound subsided as quickly as it had come, leaving an oppressive silence. Then a voice. "Who dares awaken us?" It was deep, resonant, and layered, as if multiple beings were speaking in unison. The holographic spiral pulsed with each word, its glow intensifying. Tessa's breath caught in her throat. "Us? What does it mean, us?" No one responds, Vren ordered, his tone unwavering. "Shut it down." "We can't," the technician stammered. "It's bypassed our systems. Commander, it's rewriting the station's core protocols." Tessa stepped forward, her scientific curiosity overriding her fear. "If it's intelligent, we need to understand it. This could be first contact. Or the beginning of an invasion," Vren countered. "We can't risk the station falling under its control." The voice returned, louder and more insistent. "You tread upon sacred ground. You are not welcome." Tessa's mind raced. The glyphs, the voice, the fissure, it all pointed to one conclusion. "Commander, this isn't just a rogue planet, it's a tomb." Vren's eyes narrowed. "Explain." "The structures below, they're not ruins, they're containment. Whatever's down there, it was sealed away for a reason. And we've just triggered its release." As if to confirm her words, the station shuddered violently. Emergency lights bathed the room in red, and alarms blared. The holographic display went dark, replaced by a single word in the alien script. Awakening. Vren turned to Tessa, his voice cutting through the chaos. "Doctor, if this is a tomb, what's coming out of it?" Tessa's reply was barely a whisper. Something that should have stayed buried. The station trembled again, more violently this time, as if the rogue planet itself were clawing at the Relic IX. The glyph glowing on the holographic display dissolved, replaced by streams of unreadable alien data that cascaded across every screen in the observation deck. "Commander," a frantic technician called out, "we're losing stability in the station's orbit. The planet's gravitational field is shifting." Commander Vren's jaw tightened. "Engineering, divert power to the stabilizers. Hold our position." "Already on it," a voice crackled over the comms. "But this field isn't natural. It's fluctuating like it's alive." Alive. The word struck Tessa like a hammer. Whatever was awakening below wasn't just a dormant power. It was sentient and it was taking control. "Commander," Tessa said, her voice steady despite the turmoil around her, "we need to evacuate." Vren's piercing gaze locked onto hers. "Evacuation isn't an option yet. We can't abandon this station to whatever's down there. We need answers, and you're the one who's going to get them." She hesitated, torn between fear and the undeniable pull of her scientific curiosity. "If I'm going to help, I'll need full access to the data streams. We can't make sense of this without decoding their communication." "Do it," Vren ordered. "Everyone else focus on keeping this station intact." Tessa hurried to a console, her fingers flying over the interface. The alien glyphs twisted and reformed on the screen, resisting her attempts to translate them. Whatever intelligence was behind them seemed to adapt, countering her every move. "It's like it's toying with us," she muttered, frustration mounting. Then, amidst the chaos, a single glyph stabilized, a symbol that pulsed like a heartbeat. Tessa's eyes widened. "Commander, I think it's focusing on me." "Explain," Vren demanded, stepping closer. "It's responding to my input," she said. "Every time I try to translate, it adjusts. But this symbol, it's constant. I think it wants to communicate." Vren frowned. "Or it's leading you into a trap." "Maybe," Tessa admitted, "but if we don't try, we'll never understand what we're dealing with." Before Vren could respond, the symbol on her screen expanded, filling the room with an eerie green light. The holographic projection coalesced into a towering figure, a humanoid shape composed of fragmented light, its edges flickering like static. "You dare awaken the Harbinger," the figure intoned, its voice reverberating through the walls. "Your kind is unworthy." "Harbinger?" Tessa asked, stepping forward. "What is that? Who are you?" The figure turned its glowing gaze toward her, its presence suffocating. "We are the Keepers, guardians of this realm. You trespass upon what must remain untouched." "Trespass?" Vren interjected, his hand instinctively hovering over his sidearm. "This is uncharted space. We came here to study, not to provoke." The Harbinger's form shifted, its edges sharpening. "Ignorance is no excuse. Your arrival has undone millennia of containment. The veil weakens and the bound stir." "The bound?" Tessa pressed, her mind racing. "What are they?" "They are what you cannot comprehend," the Harbinger replied. "A force beyond your existence. They were sealed to protect all that lives, and now they rise." Vren stepped forward, his voice unyielding. "If they're so dangerous, why not stop them yourself? Why warn us?" The Harbinger's light dimmed, as if the question carried weight even for a being of its stature. "The Keepers were diminished in the act of containment. Our power wanes. You awakened us, and now you must act. Or perish." Tessa felt the gravity of the Harbinger's words like a physical weight. "How? What can we do against something your kind couldn't defeat?" "The veil must be restored," the Harbinger said. "But its anchors are failing. You must reach the heart of the fissure, reignite the seals, or this galaxy will fall to the bound." Vren's eyes narrowed. "And if we refuse?" The Harbinger's glow intensified, bathing the room in blinding light. "Then you will not live to see the stars again." The projection collapsed into itself, leaving only the glowing glyph on Tessa's console. The station groaned, another tremor shaking the structure as if the planet itself were urging them onward. "Commander," Tessa said, her voice trembling with urgency, "we don't have a choice. If we don't act, this isn't just about the station, it's the entire galaxy." Vren clenched his fists, his mind racing. Finally, he nodded. "Prepare a team. We're going down there." As the crew scrambled to assemble, Tessa stared at the glyph, its steady pulse a haunting reminder of the impossible task ahead. They were venturing into the heart of an ancient prison to face a power humanity was never meant to encounter, and the galaxy's survival hung by a thread. To be continued.